สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today's recipe is a staple ingredient in any Thai kitchen, and that is Nam Prik Pao or chili paste. And I've used chili paste in a lot of recipes. Cashew Chicken, Tom Yum Goong, two of my most popular recipes, and I've used it in a lot of salads. And now, for those of you who can't find this in the store, you can make it at home. And if you can find it in the store, now's your chance to make it from fresh ingredients and to customize the flavor so it's perfect for your liking. Let's get started. The main ingredient for this chili paste is obviously the chilies. And so I am using dried spur chilies or Prik Pao, and these are large and mild. And I use these in pretty much all of my curry paste. If you can't find these at your Asian grocery store, try a Latin American store. They have lots of different dried chilies, and maybe ask them to help you pick out one that's quite mild. So what we're gonna do first is get rid of the seeds, also the pith that the seeds are holding on to, because the pith is actually quite spicy. The Thai name of this chili paste is called Nam Prik Pao, and Nam Prik is chili dip basically, and Pao is to roast or to burn. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're going to toast the dried chilies. What you're looking for is for them to develop a smoky flavor. Some parts of the chilies will start to darken and look a little bit charred, and that's when you pull it off. So keep them moving. You can see some bits of it starting to toast. I love the smoky smell of toasting chilies. Alright, I'm gonna set that aside for now. Now I have to toast whole cloves of garlic and also some shallots. Get them charred and smoky. What you can also do is use the broiler function in the oven. That'll work just as well. I don't know, being Thai, I guess I just like doing things stovetop. I think I've mentioned before, we don't usually cook with oven. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I've got some charred bits on the garlic and the shallots. I'm gonna pull this off heat. Now I'm going to grind my chilies into a powder. Traditionally, this is done in a mortar and pestle, but you know, this makes it a lot faster. I'm using a coffee grinder because it is the best tool for grinding dry products into a powder. Okay. Make sure you let it settle before you open it so you don't inhale a bunch of chilies. Gently open it up. So now I'm gonna add my other dry ingredient, and that is dried shrimp. You can get these at Chinese grocery stores. It's usually in the refrigerated section, and they come in a lot of different sizes. For this, the smaller ones are okay because we're gonna blitz it up, and they tend to be cheaper as well. And one more blitz. Be really careful. Aha! Now we've got spicy shrimp fluff. Alright, now I'm going to just blitz everything together into a paste. You can use a food processor like I am here, or any sort of grinding device that you have that will do the job basically. So my ground chilies and dried shrimp. By the way, if you want to make this vegetarian, you can omit the dried shrimp and just make a very simple version of this paste. A little bit of salt. Tamarind juice. Now this is just store-bought tamarind juice. A lot of times it'll be labeled tamarind concentrate. Give it a little tartness. This is what makes this paste good, actually. Fish sauce, of course. This is Thai food after all. I'm also gonna add some palm sugar. So this paste tends to be quite sweet, so I'm adding quite a bit of sugar, but you can customize it. You don't have to add as much sugar. Fish sauce or tamarind juice actually, so this paste is very flexible. No two recipes are the same. It's one of those things, you know. This is an optional ingredient. It's shrimp paste, fermented shrimp paste, and I use this in my curry paste. I've used it in shrimp paste, fried rice. It's got kind of a funky smell. It's salty, adds a lot of umami. I'm only gonna add a little bit because I'm not making a lot and I don't want it to be, you know, shrimp pasty. All right, I'm gonna blitz this up. I'm gonna scrape it down, and you'll have to scrape down the sides a few times. If you're having a hard time grinding, you can add all of your oil at this time. So we're gonna use about a quarter cup of vegetable oil, neutral flavored oil. I use it to sort of adjust the consistency to see if it's having a hard time grinding, it needs a little more liquid, then I'll add it. Alright, that is it. You wanna make it quite fine as you can, although I've seen a lot of chili paste where it's a little bit rough, so that's something you can decide as well. I like it pretty fine. We're almost there. Now cook the paste, reduce everything, marry and mingle all those flavors. The rest of the oil. Now if you've used all of the oil in the blending process, just put the paste in. Now we're gonna add my paste. I'm gonna lower that heat. Whew. You want this slow and low. Now, this is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. If you're making more, it will take longer. What you're looking for is for it to be reduced and condensed. It'll turn a bit darker. And yes, you want to be stirring all the time with a rubber spatula so you can scrape off the bottom, make sure nothing is burning. All right, so this is good. It's thick. The oil is starting to separate from the edges, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so now what you want to do is taste it and adjust it. So I'm going to add just a little bit more sugar. And I'm going to just cook it until the sugar is dissolved, and then we're done. I like to store this paste in a mason jar, and it'll store in the fridge for a long time. I've actually never seen chili paste go bad, so I'm going to say several months. If you want, you can also freeze it, and it makes a great gift too if you've got some Thai food lover friends. This is now ready to be used for any of my recipes that call for chili paste. However, this is also known in English as chili jam because that's one way to have it is as a spread. So I've got here some crostini that I just toasted up, and it's perfect with chili jam. And it's still warm. Now I put this on burger buns for a burger. Oh my god, that was really good. Such a great combination of spicy, tart, smoky, sweet. So good. I can have it just like this, but it'll also be really good in any of my recipes. So I hope you give this a try, and I will put a list of recipes that use chili paste in the description of this video so you don't have to look too far. And send me a photo when you make it, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal. What you can also do is broil them in the thingy. What is that thing called? The oven. In that thing.